What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to my Rise to Fame. So here we are now guys, we're in the 3rd of May, which is about halfway through the season. And you know what, things have turned themselves around. When I last left you off, we weren't doing particularly great. We were about mid-table after about, 5 games? I think you saw the 5th game. Now currently we're going to the league table competitions. We're going to the league table currently, as you can see, we sit first. We do have a game in hand on the team below us, but even if they do win their games in hand, we still go top of the table by 2 points, or will be top of the table by 2 points. So things are going really well here for us. We look like we could be on course to win another league table, another league. Sorry, we're currently playing Tampines today, which is pretty good. I told you it was going to be one of them 4 games if we're going to the schedule. Oh, yeah, we're going to the schedule in a minute. But when I told you it's going to be one of the 4 games, I then looked at it again and thought, you know what, we'll get to Tampines. It's about, a decent point where I can meet you off, and also it could be a big game for the title decider itself. Talking about the Asian FA Cup, the Asian FA Cup, the AFC Cup. I think it's like the Asian Footballing Confederations Cup again. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But either way, we are qualified on that. We currently second place to PSDS. I think PSDS are the last team we have to play in the group. So if we can beat them, we can qualify top. But either way, we are through to the next round of that. I'm not actually sure what the next round of that is. I don't quite remember. If it is, for example, the quarterfinal, the semi-final, the ball don't mean to reach semi-finals. It's the second round, okay. But either way, we're doing decently well in that. We have lost 2 games. One of them was against Hey Pong, I think it was. One of these 2 teams, which obviously isn't acceptable. And another one, I think, was against PSDS. And in that game, you'll see in a second, was ridiculous. We are not entering we haven't entered the Singapore Cup yet. We do have a game coming up in about 4 or 5 games' time against Yotha FC in the preliminary rounds. But I think we can do quite well in the Singapore Cup if we can get on some good run of form. And to the S League Cup, we have entered. We haven't started playing yet, but we are already drawn in it. We've got DPMM in Galing International, so that'll be a tough group to get out of. Hopefully, I can do better than I did last year, though. When I originally joined the club, this was the stage I entered at when they originally entered the S League Cup, and I didn't perform well enough. We did go on to win the losers thing, but of course that doesn't mean anything. You don't actually win anything, so we want to do better this year. So that was all the competitions. We covered them pretty nicely. Let's talk about our fixtures. So I left you off after the DPMM game where we won 3-2. That was a very good victory. After that, we did beat Changjong Pagar. I have no idea. We beat them 4-1, which was a really good and convincing victory. Then came the absolutely ridiculous game against PSDS. Actually, no, we don't have to play PSDS again. Sorry, we've got to play Hey Pong. But we played them and we actually lost 5-4. This game was crazy how many goals went in. And the thing is, if we look at the time we scored, we were actually 3-0 up at half time. So that should be game over at that point. But it wasn't. They fought back. They got 2 goals, so it's 4-2. We then scored another goal, which made... it was 3-2. We then scored another goal, which made it 4-2. And again, at that point, you'd say game over. But nope, they scored a minute after we scored, which meant there was only 1 goal in it. They then scored again. Kasama with 4 goals in the game. In the 85th minute, we completed his 4th. And then Doe scored in the 89th minute, meaning we'd lost the game. So frustrating. Poor all-round the squad. Even though we scored 4 goals... if you can't defend, no matter how many goals you scored, you're going to struggle to win games. And we continued our poor defensive display there. And that defeat, I think, carried on into the next game, was the reason why we lost 1-0 to Albrechts, who I think have a majority... Yeah, they're a Japanese team in this league. But, yeah, we lost to them, which was not good, not acceptable. Bouncing back into the AFC Cup, we won 2-1 and... got ourselves back in the right direction. We then beat Woodlands 4-0. First time we kept a clean sheet all season. And, of course, as well, scoring a lot of goals. That was a really good performance from the team. One of the first in at least 3 games, really. Because, really, we should be beating Hey Pong quite easily. To beat them 2-1 is probably not really good enough. Again, then next up was Hugang United. And at the time, we were about, I think, 4th or something. We weren't doing really well in the league. And... the thing is, before the Woodlands game, I was told if I lose that game, I could be getting the sack. And then in the following match, this one we won 5-1. We were playing a team that were about 2-3 positions above us in the table, but only about 1 point ahead. And it was important that we could get a victory here and, close the gap on the teams above us. And, we put on, again, another impressive display. 5-1, really good victory. Shame them two really good results didn't follow us into the next two games, as we lost to PSDS 1-0 and then lost to a team lingering around the bottom of the table 1-0 in an abysmal result. And I really did lay into the team after this result. And as you can see from our form since then, it's been really good. Warriors FC, we beat 4-1. Steve Keane is now in charge of them. He's returned back to this division. We beat them 4-1 in a really convincing display. Gelling International, we beat them 2-1. Again, really good result. Beat Pehang 4-0 in the AFC Cup, which qualified us through to the next round. Again, really good performance. Only our second clean sheet of the whole season. We beat Belstier, I think. We beat them 2-1. And then we also played that team I can't pronounce again and got the exact same result. We got away from home at home as we beat them 6-2 in, again, another really good and convincing performance. So our last 4 games have been really good. If we can continue that on, I don't see really who will stop us. The only team I see us really struggling against are Tampines in the league, and then maybe DPMM, who are currently, of course, second place currently. So those teams can present us problems, and also these guys here who are 4th, but they've played a game more than me, so really they're a little bit behind us. But I don't really see anyone else troubling us too much. It's just occasionally we'll have a few blips, like Young Lions, not London Lions, but we'll have the blips like that. But overall, we should be good enough to win the league, and we should get the performances in. Squad-wise, I think the best way to sort of look at the squad is talk about how we've been doing in the league on a few of the stats. As you can see, Ombelli is currently top average performer. He's been great this season so far. He's made the instant impact we needed, and as you can see, just on form. 5 goals, 7 assists, 4 Player of the Match awards. Brilliant so far this season. Jamtan as well, our right back, has been pretty consistent, really putting Camera to shame. Lee has been scoring a lot of goals as well. Both strikers have been scoring a lot of goals, as a matter of fact. As you can see, Nawaz is up there with top assists, but he scored 7 goals and 7 assists, beating his tally from last season. Really good form from him. Anyone else really want to point out? We've conceded some of the highest amount of goals, but like I just said, we've only kept 2 clean sheets all season. I just think that's going to be a problem we're going to have to deal with this year. But either way, we'll jump into this game right now. A few things I want to point out. Haroon, who was the guy we signed last time, and I said, when he comes in, he'll be jumping into the first team squad. I actually started bringing him in before he was fully fit. And he didn't get injured in that time, but when he was fully fit and up to match fitness and stuff, I put him in the first team. He played about 3 games or 2 games once he was fully fit, then picked up an injury. So he's out again, which is a shame. I think he's out for about another week, 11 days. But yeah, so he'll be out for a little bit longer, which is a shame. You won't be able to see him today. Also, we've had a lot of people moan about first team football, which include Sadan, who is currently on the bench, Sahib and Masturi, and also Fami. They've all moaned, all 4 of these guys, so it's real troubling. We can't please everyone, but with strikers scoring and assisting as many goals as they are, it's just hard for any other striker to get a look in, and as a result, they're all moaning and all up in arms about not playing football. But either way, this is the team. You can see it there for yourself, because I can't pronounce half of them, but let's go into it and see how we can do. So, I reckon like I like this home United side, but they should have enough to win against Tampines today. So you know what? I'd be happy with a draw here. That may sound strange, but I would be. I'd be happy with a draw. I didn't talk about the tactics, which I have tinkered a little since I last saw you, so we'll do that now. I no longer play control mentality. I now have standard. My team shape is still flexible. My instructions are to retain possession, clear balls to flanks, exploit the flanks, play wider, get stuck in, and lower the tempo. Just because when I last spoke to you guys, it's sort of I was talking aloud, as you do in the commentaries, of course, and it sort of just clicked in my head that actually we are strongest on the wings. Why am I not trying to use that to my advantage? I changed the tactics to try and accommodate that, and I thought, you know what, I think it's worked so far. We've lost, 4 or 5 games since I changed the tactic, but out of how many games we've won, it's a lot better as Tampines take the lead after just 40 seconds. Jack Butler with the goal. Wow, not a great start from us. Actually, quite a poor start. Needs to turn this one around. And you know what? Nothing happening in the first 30 minutes for us. I'm going to have to talk to the team. I'm going to assertively tell them to... I'm just going to encourage them, actually. I'll assertively encourage them. Because, look, we fell behind early, but I've not seen a fight back in the next 20 minutes, 29 minutes, 30 minutes. Oops, as maybe we have a chance here. Centre-back whipping this one in. trying to get it forward, unable to find anyone. But wow, what a goal from, oh God, Ishafik, I think. But he scored, what an incredible goal. And it was Patrick Petic as well, who actually ended up assisting it, as the ball, we were originally tackled, but Petrick playing it to him, and it was a beautiful long shot. What a goal. In fact, 2 good goals in this game so far. And we're back on level terms. But straight away, Tampines are going to go on the attack yet again. Don't concede straight after we scored. Oh God, thanks. We managed to live past that attack, and it was Butlers again, whatever his name was, who scored the first goal, almost scoring the second. I told the players to keep their heads up. This match is still ours for the taking. I like that. They've all listened keenly. Let's see what we can do. As you see as well, that my midfielder who scored the goal has picked up a little niggle. I seem to be picking up niggles every game. Someone gets a knock. Someone has to come off. Every game. Some games I get like 2 or 3 of them. I think it's because of fitness. I think the players can't really cope with the amount of games. We sometimes play 3 games in a week. And it's a lot to ask for a team of this size with the level of like coaching that we have. As we're going to make a triple sub here. Sadan, Hanapl? I have no idea. And Safiq all coming on in their respective positions. Just to see if that shakes up the game in any way, shape or form. Also taking off the injured guy as well. We're going to go to a more attacking mentality as well. Actually, no. I said I'd be happy with a draw. You know what? I'm sticking with that. I will be happy with a draw. We've not actually done too well. As you see, 1 click opportunity for them. And also 4 half chances for them to compare to our 0. As actually we have a chance here and we've scored the goal. It's offside. It's not going to count. That's a shame. But you know what? I will be happy with a draw here. We've not played particularly well. And to walk away with a point after falling behind as early as we did and scoring a really good goal to get ourselves back in it, I think that's not bad. And plus, they've not gained any points on us. DPMM can only gain, they can gain 6 points on us, which would match them. But I'm not too fast. I'm not too worried about them. I'm sure we can continue our good run of form up as long as we don't concede right here, as it looks like a very dangerous counter-attack. And oh my God, it's a goal. What a brilliant counter-attack. We were just powerless there. Wow, we were just destroyed. It was a good finish, but it was the build-up play. Look at that. How many yellow shirts were flooding forward on that left-hand side? We were just unable to deal with it, and no one was able to get over in time, really, to trouble him too much as we fall behind so late. And I think that's going to be the game. I just said we weren't looking particularly good, and I don't think we've got it in us today to get a second. And that is it's going to be a poor result, and it could affect the outcome of this season quite drastically. You never ever really want to lose points to your rivals, and we've just done that here today. Subs didn't really make an impact. Could have made an impact if the goal wasn't disallowed. I don't know if it was offside, but either way, 2-1 we've lost. And that's a shame. That really is. It does mean now that we could be losing our top spot in the next league game if results don't go our way. Or, whenever these guys actually play their games in hand, which I'm actually never too sure of. Let's have a look at the schedule. DPMM play tomorrow. No, we'll play on Tuesday. We play on Saturday. See, all these leagues are played on different. All the games are played on different days. It's so confusing to find out or figure out how, who's playing when to get their games in hands and stuff like that. But either way, we just have to keep chugging along. We just have to keep trying to, play as well as we can. First defeat in 5. We will have to turn it around. Young Lions did beat us previously, but hopefully we can show the form we've been showing up to that point against Tampines and actually beat Young Lions, turn it around, beat Hay Pong as well. Really, the next 3 games are quite easy. So if we can win them next 3 games, and actually there'll be a few more Singapore Cup games before the DPMM games. But either way, if we can do quite well in these next upcoming games before the DPMM match, then hopefully we can get the very important win against them, which is exactly that. It is very important that we can beat the teams around us. We will still play Tampines hopefully one more time this season if we're in the top split, but ideally we'll be a little bit further ahead of them or have at least some points gap for that game, because as you can see, they've beaten us twice so far this season. Only 1 goal separating us on both occasions, but they've beaten us twice. They've proved to be quite a challenge, and we definitely don't need a challenge. So when will I meet back next? The reason I'm on here is because I want to know when the final is. Oh God, the final's not until November. Will I even be here in November? I'll probably be here for November, yeah. But either way, next time I'll meet you back will hopefully be an S League Cup final. I'd love it to be an S League Cup final. If not, it'll be either a game where we can win something or not win something. And if it's not either of them, it'll probably be my last ever game at Home United. Or, you know what? I might meet you back for Warriors FC. No matter what, I'll probably meet you back for Warriors FC, which is the split, and then I'll meet you back again at another point. So until then, guys, peace out.